Fairfield Alpha Juliet Sierra. Contact tower on 118.705 for departure clearance.
118.705 for departure. Alpha Juliet Sierra. Thank you, sir. Alpha Juliet Sierra, ready for departure, runway 06.
Sierra Alpha Juliet Sierra, Edinburgh Tower. Left circuits approved. Report downwind each time. Winds 1505, runway 06, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, have winds, will report downwind. To display today is how to do circuits and bumps or touch and goes at Echo Golf Papa Hotel, which is Edinburgh Airport. We have a roughly 6 to 8 knot wind coming in from 140 degrees, so our active runway is going to be 06, hitting 60 degrees, and I'm going to try and explain as we go along on the recording what I'm hoping to do, and also pointing out where I haven't quite got it right. Needless to say, I'm a little bit rusty. It's been a while since I did this. Here we go. Okay, so what we're doing is we're holding our 06. We've taken off at about just over 60 to 68 knots. We're trying to climb at our best climbing speed, which is 70, and holding the runway heading until clear of the runway. We're going to do our basic checks, which is bump metal, brakes, undercarriage, power, pitch good, mixture, mags, master, fuel, flaps, landing lights, off, boom, engine temps good, electrics all good, yes. Okay, we've got lookout, we've got to look for any other aircraft all the time. We've got to keep looking out. Okay, we're going to do a left turn this time. Okay, let's see what that's looking like. A left pattern, which is correct this time. Now, as soon as we've hit our 60 minus 100, that's 60 minus 90 is 330. So as soon as we hit 330 degrees, which is our crosswind leg, there we are, 330, we're going to find something to aim for. In this case, if we aim for the bridges, we're good to go. And then we've got to take a point where we turn onto our downwind leg. I would have gone a little bit further. I would have gone to those oil tankers, but we'll correct that next time. So we're doing a standard right turn to our downwind leg, settling, it should be going slightly faster, settling in at about 80 or 90. So I'm going a bit slow here, but I can start my downwind checks. So I'm going to do my brakes. Okay, undercarriage, mixture, mags, master. We've got fuel, flaps. We can start bringing in one set of flaps in. There she goes. Landing lights on, and look out. So we got to make sure we've got the airport now. Stable flight. Gotta wait till this is 45 degrees behind us. We should be at around about just over 1,000. Let's see what we're sitting at here. Yeah, we're still too high. We're doing these circuits about 400 feet too high. Okay, let's see when we turn. We're going to turn once. Wait till this is 45 degrees behind us.
ZSMPG Alpha Juliet Sierra. Runway 06 cleared for touch and go.
Clear for touch and go. Runway 06, Alpha Juliet Sierra.
EZY 1256 traffic at your 9 o'clock, 3 miles at flight level 1000 feet,
Okay.
type unknown.
Pick a marker for this turn. We can, maybe a good marker will be over this house
EZY
here.
1256
Before this,
traffic at your 10 o'clock, 2 miles at flight level 5000 feet, type
Before
unknown.
the mine dump or whatever that is. Okay, we're gonna over the freeway. Oh yeah, once we cross the freeway, then we do our base leg on the other side of the freeway. We've got our full flaps in. Let's check. Full flaps in. No, we've got 20 degrees flaps. Okay. We're descending at 60. That's good. And descending at about 500 feet a minute. That's good. Everything's good. Now what we do all the time now is we're looking for other trips, especially to the right, because we're coming in on the short finals. Somebody might be coming in on the long finals, and I've actually seen that happen. It can be quite disastrous. Okay, we're turning to our finals. We're going to radio in. Alpha Juliet Sierra finals 06 for touch and go. Okay, we can bring our second set of flaps in. That's the last set, 30 degrees flaps. We're in. Okay, we're going to watch this landing now. Once again, because the wind's coming from the right, the runway is 60 degrees, the wind's coming from about 140, so we've got quite a strong wind coming from the right, so we've got to approach it from the left, otherwise the wind will blow us off the runway. At the last moment, what we'll do is we'll turn into the runway. I'm going to have a look at our actual landing here. Let's do it this way, that'll be nice. Here we go. Airspeed 60, dropping. Airspeed 50 knots. Airspeed 50 knots. Airspeed 45. Airspeed 40. This is around about above our stalling speed, so we've got to keep this nice and low. Okay, we're going to flare, and we're down. Stall down. Okay, moment we're down. Flaps up. Throttle in. Keep on runway heading. As soon as you hit 60, we can start thinking about pulling back. Okay, 60, 65, we're up again. Now the big thing now is to maintain runway heading. Okay, 60 degrees. Brakes, undercarriage, power, pitch, mixture, mags, master, engine temps, electrics, fuel, flaps, landing lights. Okay, and look out, look everywhere, especially in the direction that we're going to be turning. So now we're going to climb up here. If we look over here, we can pick a spot to fly towards. There's some buildings over there. It's a good idea to fly to those buildings there, or off this island. We can just go to the right of this island. It's a good thing to aim for. Then we won't have to keep looking at the instrument. Okay, now we're going to turn. Now we're going to pick a new spot. We're going to pick the bridge. We're going to take the bridge, which should be 330 degrees. Turn to 330. Okay, level out. Airspeed. Climbing. Flaps should be all the way out. 60, 70. Leveled out. As we get to the top of our crosswind leg, we should be leveling out. Okay, now as soon as we get to these oil drums, oil tanks on the left, we'll turn. It's a nice marker. Okay, here we go. Let's look at our airspeed. We've got airspeed, but too slow. Altitude, too high again. But we're going to turn to 240. 240 downwind leg, reporting downwind. Alpha Juliet Sierra, downwind, left downwind, runway 06. Important to remember the direction of the circuit, so anybody listening and any air traffic control will have a full understanding where we are. So it's a left downwind or a right downwind. In fact, we can do a do a report back on every leg change. I know they only ask for downwind, but if there's a lot of traffic, it's nice to tell people we're turning to base in case someone's coming in on a finals. And keep it very short. I tend to be a little bit verbose, so let's just keep this absolute minimum information because there's a lot of people competing for the same channel. All good, so we're going to carry on until we've crossed the freeway. And we're going to aim for that piece of sandy land there. As soon as you get there, we'll do a left turn onto our base leg. Everything good.
ZSAJ Alpha Juliet Sierra, runway 06 cleared for touch and go.
Alpha Juliet Sierra, cleared for touch and go, runway 06.
Ryanair 35 Whiskey, Quebec, contact departure.
I omitted to do my downwind
Roger,
checks,
Ryanair
which would have been
35 Quebec.
brakes, undercarriage, mixture mags, master, fuel flaps, landing lights and lookout. Okay, so we're riding, just keeping our base leg on this side, on the far side of the freeway, and then we're going to turn down to that runway once we are slightly short of it, because remember we've got this wind to cope with. Okay, we've got our second set of flaps in, so we're slowing down now to descend. Note we're descending by just taking throttle out, not by putting the nose down. You can adjust the speed by putting the nose up or down, but the actual descent rate is via the throttle. Okay, so this time what we'll do is we'll do a...
Easy 60, contact departure on 121.20.
We're going to do a radio call. We're going to follow this guy in.
Going to departures on 121.205, easy 60.
All aircraft be advised, information Juliet is now current. QNH 1014.
Okay. Alpha Juliet Sierra, short finals 06. Okay, we're coming in at lovely, just over 60 knots, slightly too fast. We've got full flaps. Okay, we getting to our 60. Should be coming in at 60 and approaching our landing at about 50 and slowing down to about 43 to 48 on the actual landing. So this particular airspeed indicator is a little bit wrong. Okay, our last circuit, what we're going to do is we're going to be doing the entire thing from the cockpit view. From them just before we hit the ground, from actually as I hit the ground. And then I'll run through all the checks, all the radio calls, etc. You must get out of here fast because there's a commercial airliner waiting to take off. So we're going to go
Delta 35 short of 06, ready for departure.
And
Delta 35, winds 150 at 5,
Flare.
runway
We're
06,
done.
cleared for takeoff.
Okay,
Please
let's go.
travels.
Okay, here we go. Okay,
06
throttle
cleared
up,
for takeoff, Delta 35.
flaps up. Watch our airspeed. 60, 65, we up. Okay, brakes. Undercarriage, power, pitch, mixture, mags, master, fuel, flaps, engine temps. Okay, we've got our electrics, landing lights off. Okay, look out, we just look out there and look out, especially to the direction we're going to be turning in. Okay, we're going to look to, there's the island, we're going to point our nose just to the right of the island, then we know we're on runway heading.
Kingdom X458. Contact departure on 121.20-5 Hotel.
Once we reach,
Contact departure, Kingdom 458.
okay, I'm probably going to do it better this time because I'm starting to go turn to my crosswind leg. When I've got about 300 feet to my standard circuit altitude, which is 1,000 feet above the airfield, so it's going to be 1,135 feet. So we're doing it correct this time, still climbing at 70. Okay, turning to our crosswind leg by pointing at the bridges. Okay, as soon as we get to 1,135, then we can level out.
Delta 35, contact departure.
Flaps should all be out by now.
Okay, switching to departure, Delta 35.
Okay. As soon as we see the oil tanks, we're going to turn left. Turn left and 2240. Radio call. Alpha Juliet Sierra, left downwind, runway 06. There, on the left is our airfield. Our altitude is good, still too high, a little bit too high, let's watch that, but our airspeed is 80 to 90, which is perfect. Okay, so now we're going to do our downwind checks, brakes. Okay, undercarriage, power's good. Mixture, mags, master, okay, fuel's good. Okay, flaps up. Engine temps good. Electrics good. Landing lights, look out, everything's good. Okay, now we're gonna, are we ready to land? We have the airfield, we have the aeroplane. We've got the winds, still from 140 degrees. Flaps fully up, but you can start pulling them down. In fact, not just yet. Radio comms, you've got the right radio comms, you've got ground set in the standby. To land trim, we in stable flight. Land lookout, landing lights on. Flaps in. There, our first level of flaps coming in. We're going to turn to our base. Okay, in fact, what happened here was we did an engine out. So we've done an emergency
ZSMPG
engine
Alpha
out.
Juliet Sierra, runway 06 cleared for touch and go.
Alpha Juliet Sierra, a simulated engine out, will be doing very short finals for precautionary landing.
Shuttle 9 at Juliet. Contact departure on 121.20. 5
Okay, so now because we're doing an engine out
121.205,
simulation, we need to descend
Shuttle 9
at
Juliet.
we need to descend at 60 knots, which is our optimal distance gliding speed for optimal distance, and we're going to take the most direct route we can to the airport, to the airstrip.
Easy
Remember,
76 Alpha
rather too
Victor,
high.
winds 150 at 5, runway 06, cleared for takeoff.
We want to be rather too high than too low. We can always drop in later.
06 cleared for takeoff. Easy 76 Alpha Victor.
We must be incredible. Okay. Alpha Juliet Sierra, short finals, runway 06, emergency landing.
ZSAJ Alpha Juliet Sierra, runway 06, cleared for precautionary landing.
Thank you, sir. Roger that. There I came slightly faster. Ah, that's better. Look, lovely landing. Okay. Okay, I need to get off this the runway as fast as possible because there was another aircraft waiting to take off, and they delayed them. So I'm taxiing quite fast.
Canada 807 short of 06, ready for departure.
Air Canada 807, winds 150 at 5, runway 06, cleared for takeoff. Safe travels.
Okay, this guy's been cleared for takeoff. I could get that.
06, cleared for takeoff, Air Canada 807.
SSAJE Alpha. Juliet Sierra, contact ground on 121.755.
Alpha Juliet Sierra going to ground 121.755.
Over to departure. Easy 76 Alpha Victor.
I stop here and I change the ground and I talk to ground. Ground, Alpha Juliet Sierra, clear of runway, request taxi to the parking.
ZS-MPG Alpha Juliet Sierra, taxi to General Aviation Stand GA4 via Charlie Lima Golf Mike Hotel. Have a good day.
Clear to bay by Charlie Lima Golf Mike Hotel, Alpha Juliet Sierra. Thank you, sir. Okay, at this point in time I turned my strobe light off, I turned my landing lights off, I took my taxi light on, I make sure I look to the right, make sure, because there's lots of traffic in this part of the world, make sure everything's clear, and I taxi off. I'm busy trying to find where the hell that bay is, but anyway, we'll do our best. We must get moving as well. There's a huge aeroplane here that's in Malmö. Oh dear. Not entirely sure what we're going to do here. I think we've got a little bit of a... Oh, that got rid of that. He chickened out. See, I'm taxiing quite fast, you know, because I need to move fast in this environment. So you get your throttle up, get moving, and then pull it back and just keep going with momentum. Often by doing things too gingerly and too carefully, you wobble all over the place. Okay, well I think that's it. Successful flight. A couple of rough edges for me, but I think it's a pretty good example of what we should be doing. We all have room for improvement, not the least me. There you go. I think that's it. And we can... just park in a nice accessible place so we can get out tomorrow. There we go. Boom. That's it, flight over. Alpha Juliet Sierra, currently in bay, shutting down. Thank you, sir, for the ATC.